Hi, my name is Jayoza. I teach, mentor, and coach people on public speaking so they can give winning high stakes speeches, whether it's one on one, in a small group, or in front of a large audience. Today I want to talk about impromptu speech. What does a good impromptu speech look like? And let's face it, I always say the most important speech we give is the introductory speech, and the next one is the impromptu speech. But a lot of people mess up the impromptu speech. They just can't get to the point quickly. They don't even know what a good impromptu looks like. And good impromptu is getting shorter and shorter and shorter. So I always look for examples, whether it's in real life or in movies, and see what makes it work. And always you can find movies because they have to really have good impromptus. They don't have time for somebody to be speaking and it gets dragged out. It just doesn't happen. So movies are a good place to look at. And I have come up with one which I think is excellent. Until I come up with something better or just as good, this is the one I would point to if you want to learn what a good impromptu looks like. And I just want to warn you, I'll include the link of this short scene. It does use foul language, so if that bothers you, then I'll just give you a summary. The movie's Risky Business, and the scene is Miles is a there are two friends, Miles and Joel. Joel is played by Tom Cruise, so this was one of his first film, I believe, for Tom Cruise. And his parents are away, gone on some vacation, and he's got this whole place to himself. And he wants to have fun, but at the same time, he's worried that if something goes out of hand, gets into trouble, it might jeopardize his chances of getting into Princeton. So he's kind of like not sure what to do. And as a teenager, he still wants to have fun. So Miles gives him this classic advice. And the thing is, the way he does it. I mean, this is really good script writing, but it also shows that we can all apply this. Now, obviously, we will not use the foul language, but just look at what he does. So the first thing Miles does is he wants to get some sense into Joel. There's this opportunity that he's missing out on. But how do you do it? You first thing he does is, as I always like to call it, he hits him by 2 by 4. Okay? And he says, Joel, sometimes in life you gotta say, what the blank. Okay? Foul word. What the blank. Then what he does after that is, that's what I call is a 2 by 4 opening. You gotta get that 2 by 4 opening, right? You know, 2 by 4 like a wood, and you hit him by 2 by 4. Suddenly Joel is like paying attention. And then he starts with that. What the blank. And he gives him some logic behind this. That, what gives you freedom? Freedom gives you opportunity. Opportunity allows you to make your future. There's a logic there. So suddenly Joel is like paying attention, and it's a quick logic. Suddenly Joel's realizing that. Okay, but that's not enough. He doesn't stop there. Then he goes into the immediate possibility. And the possibility is he's got this whole house to himself for the weekend. And his parents are away. He can have fun. He can have a party. Again, he took the 2 by 4, leads with 2 by 4, gives the logic, then he gives the possibility, then he ends that with another 2 by 4, and he says, what the blank. And then as he's leaving, he gives him the call to action. If you can't say it, you can't do it. This is a classic scene, folks. Just think about it. If you're ever in an interview and you got less than a minute, you don't want to speak too much, because speaking too much essentially hurts you. You start with a 2 by 4, lead with a 2 by 4, provide some logic, then you give the possibility, end that with the 2 by 4, and then a call to action. Take a look at this and tell me if there's a better one than this one out there, because if there is, I want to know, because I think if anybody uses this in an interview or any situation, and obviously this was a script, so it was written by somebody really good, and it was acted well. In real life, you're going to have to write this type of script. You're going to have to be prepared. You're not going to come up with this on the fly, because this is so well done that if you're prepared for an interview and a question that you know is likely to come up, and you know how to give this 2 by 4, then a logic and a possibility, end it with a 2 by 4, and then a call to action. I don't have a cute name for this yet. If you come up with it, let me know. This is highly effective. I keep watching this over and over and over again, and I say, wow, there's so much here that people can learn from. So I just wanted to share that with you, because I use this all the time, and I think it can make your impromptu really shine. Take a look at it and see if you agree with me. And I'd like to hear what you think of it, what you consider some of the movie scenes that are great way to learn impromptu. And let me thank you for watching, and good luck.